don't believe so.
Okay.
Columbia's open to everyone, and they actually, I think it's a sanctuary school, or so they're open to everyone. I don't think there's any limits on the immigration status. I should mention that Columbia, I think, has the second most international students in the country, second to NYU. So I should be upfront about that. So you have two impressive universities here, but so Columbia is very familiar with working with international students of all immigration statuses. So if they're here, if they're abroad, it's all part of the application. But there's no restrictions for undocumented, as far as I'm aware.
So I have a prior question, because many
Can
of
you
the,
speak louder, please?
Yes,
so everybody-
my concern really is the application fee. Is there any provision, because many recent asylum seekers do not have the disposable income to apply,
Yes.
so is there some provision?
Yes, the question is if there's provisions for fee waivers. Yes, there is information on the frequently asked questions on the website. If you request a fee waiver, then depending on the circumstances, we do grant fee waivers for all degrees. So every school is committed to that. So hopefully the application is zero cost, and then school is zero cost. So.
Hi, I hope this isn't too broad a question, and it's for whoever wants to take it. I'm familiar with several asylees, recent asylees, who are highly qualified professionals who are now in very, they're in full-time jobs that have nothing to do with their profession, and I'm wondering about how or if they will be able to schedule even for the NYU intensive English. If they have to make a choice between, for example, a lot of people I know are working at WeWork, and I don't think they have a lot of flexibility, and daytime classes would be a problem.
So our classes are in the evening, so that people can work and then come to class. So they're all sessions are on site in the evening, and they're really designed precisely for the student you described, somebody who is, trying to do what they're qualified to do or what they really want to do professionally or academically, but need the English language proficiency to be able to do that.
Thank you.
Okay, your question?
Yeah, my question is about Columbia University. Yeah, hello everyone, my name is Alex. Yeah, I am speaking to, I want to be a nurse.
Sorry?
But, yeah, I would like to become a nurse.
Oh, a nurse,
You want to be
yes.
a nurse?
Yeah, I want to be a nurse. Yeah, but I have my diploma in business information technology, which is from Nairobi, Kenya. But I myself am from the GRC Congo. Will I have to go to for an English course before applying for Columbia University?
So English requirements are dependent on the specific school and degree. I'm not sure about nursing. I do know currently for this first year, the only program in nursing is their PhD program. Columbia doesn't offer a Bachelor of Nursing, for example. But I'm not sure about the specific English requirements for nursing.
We do. We offer an associate bachelor.
Yes, CUNY does.
Yeah, a master's degree, and definitely. So there is no. So basically, we accept you on the basis of your grades from the previous institution, and then once you get accepted, we just give you a placement test in English. If you pass it, sure, you take nurse class right away. If you don't pass it, we just provide you support, and some of that support is actually you take English class together with your nursing classes, so you're not wasting, like learning English is not wasting of time, but you're just not losing your time.
Another question about scholarship. Do they provide a scholarship for nursing?
So I'll be honest with you, nursing is very, very popular and very selective program. And because it's public institution, not so much of a scholarship are offered, but because the fees and tuition is so low, like there's a different options for you, you know, the payment plan, and maybe you can apply for financial aid. There's so many different things you could do, so that like your payment is going even lower than tuition.
Yeah, and if I wanna go to fund some like internship in doing my nursing course, like will I have like a time to do my course and also doing my internship as to get some financial aid for my nursing school?
Absolutely. And actually all the nursing programs in CUNY, they provide you internship within specific hospital, especially for instance Hunter College. Right to the Hunter College nursing program, they have Bellevue Hospital. You take class and then you just beep, go into hospital to do your nursing practice.
Sure, thank you so much for the information.
Abel and then Adam. And
Question is, can you apply if you don't have access to your education documents? If you don't have access to these papers, to the diplomas, and there's no way to get access to, like for example, in places like Russia, my university just refused to send something to WE as
Yes,
to evaluate. So I have nothing to evaluate, but I have to do like a master's and all depends on who grad diploma, but not here.
Yeah.
Or maybe the only copy.
I think this situation is very true for many of us here, because we cannot access really the full education record, especially transcripts and especially in English. And because many of our members are refugees or asylum seekers, it's very difficult to contact your countries back. So that's how you address in your schools.
Oh, so basically in CUNY we actually do our own evaluation, and we see students' documents all the time. We know which countries have an issue right now, like Venezuela. Right now, none of the students actually can get documents from there. Obviously, Haiti during the 2011, all the records, it's really hard to find them because it was earthquake right there. So definitely, like our international department knows all those little things, and we work directly with the student. Student explains the situation, and then we take whatever you have and we work with that. So obviously, like if you have any issues, like come to me. Yeah, and we definitely will see like how to work around that. Okay.
I'll also say that WES has the West Gateway program that I had a few slides up earlier about, and that's exactly for that situation, for people who are displaced and don't have access to their documentation. So we are piloting that in the US this year. So you'll get access to the slides if you want to look at that a little more.
okay, Adam was next. Go ahead, Adam.
I just wanted to ask, how does each of the universities evaluate someone else's high school certificate, like from his own country, like if they set out here, how do you evaluate that to give that person admission in terms of the relative cost that person wants to do? How is the comparison done?
So on our website, we have a list of all the high school credential each country has that equals to American high school education. So you can see the list up there, and truly, like I see all the documents, I can look at your documents right now and tell you that this is exactly what we need, or maybe something else is required. But on our website, and I believe on all the colleges' website, there's a list of documents, high school documents for each country that they accept. Just to mention one thing, this is really weird, but you have to know. CUNY, if you apply for undergraduate degrees, which is associate degree or bachelor degree, we don't accept WES. This is politics, we have to, yes. Yeah, it's future, we're gonna solve this. But if you go for graduate degree, master's and PhD, we do accept WES. Really weird, don't know why, but this is what it is. But before even do evaluation, as people from Columbia said here, just learn specifically what the program and college requires, because some of the colleges don't accept some evaluations and so on. So learn about that.
Hi everyone. You're all here today because you are highly inquisitive and highly interested in your own fates and futures. And I know that this is different from your home countries or what you might be used to, but make friends with the admissions counselors. All of these questions are variations of the same things that your admissions counselors are highly trained professionals to do. What about my high school transcript? What about my extracurriculars? What about certificates? These are all things that having one-on-one conversations and personal conversations with them will help you. Because as much as what Paul said about the application is true, putting a face to the application also helps. Getting in front of an actual person so that you can understand the culture of the university. It's not only the degree program that you're looking at, but if you're a cultural fit for that university. Different universities and different programs might be better suited for different individuals. So get in front of your admissions counselors and really get to know them and get to know the university on a personal basis, and don't be afraid to ask as many questions as possible, because all of these questions can be answered due to their highly skilled training.
Okay, you as far, and go ahead.
I just want to know if Columbia offering the TOEFL class, if it's yes, when and how to apply.
The TOEFL
I couldn't hear your question. You loud and